of mobile marketing and technology online, and we are here today with Tom Taylor from Amazon Payments. And he's going to talk to us a little bit about what he announced today at Money 2020, and we're excited to have you here.
Thank you, Marla. Well, let's sort of jump right into it. Amazon for many years has had a payment service where we allow other sellers to put Amazon payments on their site, which allows Amazon customers, of which we have over 215 million active accounts around the world, to make their purchases on other sites using their Amazon credentials. It's a great solution for customers. They don't have to remember one more password, as well as they already have their shipping addresses and payment instruments on file. Makes it a very great solution for the sellers as well to have new customers, high conversion. So we've had that for many years. And earlier this year, we had also released a new product called Login with Amazon. And this was a way for a site, wouldn't even have to be an e-commerce site, to sort of engage an Amazon customer earlier on in the process, not at the end of when they're paying for something, but when they're actually coming to a site. And you can imagine this could be a blog site, but it could be a commerce site where at some point in the process they'd like to know, well, who actually is this customer? I may want to have a very personalized experience, may have curated selection, recommendations, that sort of thing. And for our seller customers who are using one or both of these, using one or the other of these, each one says, well, I have this payment. I would really like to be able to engage the customer earlier on. So I really want the login. And people who had the login were like, well, of course, now that the customer signed in with their Amazon credentials, when they go to pay, of course, I would like to use my payment. And so what we announced today is this combination of these two products. Now, you could have always had them, but what we've done is made it a much more seamless experience. We've reduced the number of times that you have to click or sign in for a customer. So very excited. We actually have one seller, although we've just announced today, we do have one seller named Cymax who already has this available on their site. They do sell furniture, physical goods, very typical. But this doesn't just have to be physical goods. Why that's traditionally been Amazon. With us here at the show, we had Representative Ash from GoGo in-flight, and so think about on your airplane, you can actually use your Amazon payments to purchase your internet access while flying on the airplane. And so the same thing, customers find this very convenient when their credit card's stuck up in their briefcase and you're stuck in the middle seat, and you suddenly realize, hey, I've got to get online and write my boss, and so I remember my Amazon password. And Ash was very positive about the customer experience and the adoption very early on, and very excited to continue to work through these different products, realizing the benefit of working with Amazon. How does
the seller integrate this to, is it a button, is it something they download to be able to take the payment? Tell me about how that boarding process is for them.
Sure. Well, generally speaking, we're focused through typically a more sophisticated seller. So it's a set of APIs that they would build into their workflow. And this is important because the seller or the merchant wants to have, we want them to have also their own brand. It's not like during checkout, all of a sudden you get sucked off to some other site.
Like PayPal, when you're using PayPal.
Could be there. And so it's a really integrated experience because the seller may want to say, I want to offer a gift wrap, or I want to know some other information about you. I want to customize these things. So it was important for us to have APIs as a way for these people to integrate and experience right in their site. Now, we also do have a simpler set of buttons, and we'll want to continue to make that easier for the perhaps smaller seller or less sophisticated. It doesn't need all the customization that we've made available, but that's where we started.
So is there going to be, if it's more advanced seller, let's say, or more sophisticated seller, then they would have their own IT department to do it, or do you come in and help them? Is there any customer service that you have to offer for them, or how does that work?
Yeah, typically they would have their own IT department, or they may work through a system integrator who's familiar enough with the product who may work with that. You can imagine many e-commerce sites work with other card providers or other service providers to do that. And of course, we do have our own customer service. If they have trouble, they can of course call us, and we can help them through.
So now, besides just releasing this, are you going to send an email to all of your customers? Are you going to let them know that you have this? How are you going to reach out to them to say, hey, you can now integrate this and let's do it.
Right. Well, as I mentioned, we do have over 2 million sellers who sell on Amazon today. For the people that we think that's appropriate for them, of course, we would contact them directly through email and all the traditional ways, right? We're going to be, we have a marketing page and driving traffic to that. And we have a relationship with many sellers, already having had the payments product available in the market for many years. We have thousands of sellers that we can contact
Right.
and say, hey, now it's time to bring the login together.
So what is the charge? Is it the standard? Would it be a standard rate? Is it a little bit more because you're offering them an easy way? Do you mind asking that?
No. We firmly believe in the self-service model. Please go to our marketing website. We have the fee schedule right there. It's typical for our industry. Say that the 2.9% plus 30 cents a transaction.
Okay, so it's pretty standard. Okay, great,
Exactly.
great. So that's really exciting. It's exciting for you guys to offer that. Everybody does trust Amazon. Everybody sells products on Amazon. It's unbelievable. You guys really have a great following, and this is going to be a great product. So the quick login is going to be kind of like a Facebook, like how you can click here to log on with Facebook. It's going to be the same way?
I think you might think of it that way, and this is actually a very good analogy because we think customers have a variety of personas, if you will, when they're online. And I think when you're thinking about your cat or uploading videos, you're probably not thinking about credit card information. And if you're thinking about your professional and your career, you're probably not thinking about buying something. But we know if an Amazon customer is using their Amazon credentials, they are thinking about shopping. They are thinking about buying. And it's perfectly natural for them when they finally decide to buy something that they can see that their Amazon payments are there. Again, bringing that trust, bringing the beginning of the experience and the completion of the experience in a trusted way is a great combination.
Now, is there going to be any type of analytic data that you're going to go back and offer the sellers when you're capturing all this information? Do you do that right now? Do you see that in the future?
Well, it's an interesting question. Of course, we provide all the information in terms of here's the customer and what they would need to do for customer service. The actual payment information, just to point this out, we don't actually get item level detail. We only get just what any other payment provider would get, which is, please charge so-and-so, such and such an amount. And so our analytics there would really be more around just the basic purchase.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to share with us today?
Well, I'm just, we're just so super excited to bring these two things together. I think as we've talked to people here at the show, that sellers are coming up, and again, not just physical good e-commerce, but people as services. I think they're starting to use their imagination and realize, wow, what a great experience. 215 million customers that I can have a personalized branded experience with them and have all the trust and ease that Amazon brings to it.
Well, that's exciting. That's
Thank
great.
you.
Well, thank you. Thanks for watching.